Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of New Book Who Dis. And today I got my buddy and my homie and my friend Matt Bahr, who is working on Rock and Roll Ninja, amongst other things.
Buddy? How
What's
are
going
you?
on, homie?
Good, man. Good to be here.
I am very excited to have you come hang out, because I mean, I realize, Rock and Roll Ninja's been on Indiegogo for a little while now, so, people know about it, but I haven't gotten a chance to actually talk to you about it, got a chance to talk about the book, because I am excited about the book. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially the stuff that you've shown me. Yeah? Yeah.
Let's talk about it, dude. Let's crack it open.
Well, shit, man. All right. Well,
or whatever.
Let's say hi. Let's say hi to the chat first, because I know Jay Dallett jumped in and said hi wicked early. Like 7:24 p.m. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Hope you're still hanging out. Skip, welcome, sir. And we got a Shadow Hawk. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming to hang out. We got a Flying Feline. Skull. My favorite troublemaker, partner in crime. I got some Guinness. Still got Guinness left over from St. Patty's Day, and my fucking car bombs the other night on the sing along of Zoom. Whew. I did 4 Irish car bombs in an hour and a half. Yeah. What's going on? Good stuff. Thanks for coming.
Such a brave man. Such a brave man.
All while singing and screaming in the garage. Yes. Yep. Didn't have the fish tank with me, but I had the fish tank contents with me. What's going on, Wookiee Supremacy and Metal Movies and Brewskis? Ale. Good to see you, brother. Hot, there's Jay Dollar. Yo, hot boys. What's up, man? Thank you. Crack it open, says Feline. Yeah. Carl Dude 55 says, does Matt have any mandibles art to show off?
Oh, look at that, Carl. Look, Carl be buying my artwork, dude. This dude is buying my artwork before the streams are done. I'm not complaining, but like, dude, the streams will be like live streaming something, and he'll be like, "Yo, man, is anybody buying that? Hey, you selling that?" I'm like,
"Yo, that's spoken for."
Yeah, I'm just like,
that's fantastic.
I'm like, "Yo, send me whatever you fucking want, dude. Like, I'll send it to you." So, yeah, hail Carl.
Hail Carl. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Mandibles. I'm focusing on the ninjas right now.
We talking ninjas tonight. Look at you cranking out a ninja as we speak, man. So, what's your favorite ninja movie? Since we're talking ninjas tonight.
Man, I gotta tell you, I really like the old school shit. I like the Shinobi no Mono.
Nice.
It's practically like silent. It is it's like maybe from the 40s, from the 50s.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dude, it's badass. I think some of it's on YouTube that you can watch it. But it's like
have to get a list,
old
I am not familiar.
Kind of like mid-century when Japan was doing a lot of cinema that was Japanese, like, or not, it was like samurai stuff.
Right.
That was kind of like Western influenced, and then the West cowboy stuff was being influenced by the you know what I mean? It was like during that
period.
Yeah.
The Seven Samurais, that kind of thing going on in influence.
So there was a series of samurai, or there's a series of ninja movies by this one guy that was just fucking badass. Like, it just starts off with him just like killing somebody with like a flint rifle. And then they like are chasing after him, and as he's like fighting him, he like jumps into the water. It's very like almost James Bondy, where it's like the movie starts off with like a mission of him assassinating somebody and getting away, and then the rest of the movie starts of him like infiltrating a village so that he can like get to somebody. But it's really dope because you're watching, like, the storyline is cool, but what I like watching it for is like, excuse me if I say the word like too much, but it's stuff where they'll use the wire attached to the sword, and he'll throw the sword down and then use the sword as a ladder to like jump onto the next higher level,
Right.
and then he'll pull the sword up using the wire. So it's
Oh, wow.
like he's kind of using the sword and the scabbard as like a mini ladder to like jump up.
Yeah.
And I saw that in that movie. You know, I was
And
like,
they were doing this back in the 40s, huh? Wow.
yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
I was like, this is the shit right here. Like, there's no English. I mean, if you want to talk about like modern ninja movies, like I love Ninja Assassin. Like, if you want to talk about like shit that like most people have like seen, because I don't know if anybody's like really seen the Shinobi shit, but
Ninja Gaiden is what Carl's saying from Ness. It's his favorite ninja.
that's like the favorite ninja game. Dude, if you want to talk about ninja games, I like that. What was the one where you're like sneaking around? It was like Tenchu.
Yeah, Tenchu. What Tenchu, like
sick,
Heart of
dude.
Darkness or something like that?
Yeah,
or
dude.
Tenchu Stealth Assassin. Yeah, back in the PS1 era.
Yeah, dude. So I like that, but I also like of course I like Win Ninja Chronicles, aka Ninja Scrolls. You know, of course I jam on that. I jam on
Ninja Scroll was great.
But I like Ninja Assassin. You know, I thought that was
I
a
am
dope movie.
woefully unfamiliar with ninja movies. You know, I watched Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan movies with my dad back in the day, but I never got into the subculture of the ninja movies. So I'm gonna have to get a list of recommends from you, my friend.
Dude, it's. I mean, I watch everything.
Yeah.
Right, so it's just like I'm like the walking IMDb.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know how you are with like comic books. Like I tend to be like that with movies, where I'm like, name an actor, and I start like naming off all the movies and shit. So it was like that. It was like, hey, have you ever seen a ninja movie?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and I just instantly named off like 6 or 7 of them. You know what I mean? And then I was like, man, there were some ninjas in that one James Bond movie. You know what I mean? It was just like,
yeah,
I was able to like, access the database, do file search ninja, and I was able to like pull up some stuff. And yeah, man, I
it's
do
something
like
that
ninjas.
you're intrinsically into.
You know, I had a friend of mine in elementary school. Like we met when I first moved into that neighborhood. He lived close by, and he was like, "Hey man, come hang out." And I was like, "Okay." And I went and met him by the pool, and he was wearing a damn ninja suit, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, "You're wearing a ninja suit? Like that's fucking dope." And like for a little while, I had like the karate magazine, and I was like trying to like order the ninja costume out of the back. Like, Dad, can we order this? I'd like how about for Christmas? And I end up getting like a fucking synthesizer, fucking bullshit skateboard. I was like, where's
where's the
my
ninja gear,
claws?
damn it?
Yeah, where's my ninja boots, Dad? I thought we were gonna get some. I wanted the ninja boots. I don't want this.
Dude,
this bullshit Nintendo.
I still want a pair of Tabby boots to this day. Like, I still want a pair of those boots. I still think they're fucking awesome.
As a kid, yes, but as an adult, I'm like, there's no support.
There really isn't, but they look so fucking cool.
Like, how you gonna run with those on? They look like fucking shit. I'll rip right through them. Holy, no, I'm not buying those.
I am hard on shoes too. That is true.
Yeah, dude,
make a fair point.
I have a pair of hiking boots that I just beat the shit out of. I like painting them, and I go hiking them, and they were like maybe $200. They're like the Nike Special Forces hiking boots, dude. They're fucking badass. They look like moon boots, but
nice.
They're so comfortable.
Comfortable and waterproof.
Yeah, they are. Once you lace them up tight, it's like they look like moon boots. I mean, that's what my wife says, but I mean, they have like nice thick soles, but they're foamy, so they feel like sneakers, but they're milsim, and I've like done some wild shit with them.
Hell yeah! I mean, I saw the picture of the campfire out there, going out and enjoying nature. That's fucking great, man.
Dude, I love my backyard. I have about 5 acres, and most of it's forest and woods, and so I'm just out there just like tromping around, raking up like trails for my kids. Then I have like this giant fire pit that's
Bob?
like fucking big enough for a person.
Oh yeah,
it's huge, dude. It's huge. Like when you come to visit, like there's like enough room for 2 people to lay down in it.
Awesome. That's a big old fire pit.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fucking toss an old Christmas tree out there. Woof.
Christmas tree, dude. There's like trees out here. Like we could just like pick a tree and go chop it down.
Right. Just
dude,
go do the whole lumberjack thing. Just cut down a tree.
It's some Viking shit to just be like, you see that tree? Fuck that tree. That tree's coming down because halfway through you're like, damn man, this tree's fucking. This is a bitch.
Mm-hmm. There's something quite satisfying about getting the axe and just chunk,
dude.
chunk,
yes.
chunk, 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 kick.
Dude, as long as the axe is sharp and everybody's out of the way, yeah, dude, it's fucking super fun. Definitely
awesome.
Relaxing. Release. All right.
Look, Pale Rider says, look, if you don't know how to make a ninja mask out of your t-shirt, you're not worthy. Just saying. I seem to remember something like that. I mean, making a mask out of a ninja t-shirt, but I didn't learn that until it was a freshman in high school. So, yeah. Let's see. Feline says, not saying I'm jelly, but about the backyard and the fire pit.
You guys will come, right? You guys will come.
Oh yeah.
For you come like the weekend before Dragon Con or something. If you guys come to Dragon Con,
that would be fucking rad. I've never been to Dragon Con actually.
It's an hour and 10 minutes away. So I mean, go party during the day at Dragon Con and then come back.
Yeah. Show. It's the way to do it, man.
Yes, sir.
Feline says, be ready, Matt. We are coming to visit.
It's fine.
That's right. Carl Dude says, what are the all-time favorite movies of you two? Mine is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. All-time favorite movies, huh?
Wow.
That's a hard list. I mean, there's a lot of like genre stuff that I really enjoy. I mean, comedies I really enjoy.
Well, when it comes to Rock and Roll Ninja, I could tell you that I watched Apocalypse Now a bunch while I was working on it. I watched a lot of Buckaroo Banzai. I'm not saying these are like the greatest movies of all time, but these are like some of the movies that I was like just like pulling from.
Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that influenced what you were coming up with and like the feel.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China, of course.
I fucking love that movie.
But also like Streets of Fire. I
don't know if I've ever seen Streets of Fire.
With Willem Dafoe.
Oh, Willem Dafoe is always great.
Dude, he's like this like biker, this biker leader gang, bike gang leader. Fuck, I just chopped that fucking title up. He's like a biker gang leader who like steals the woman who plays Superman's mom in the recent movies, Diane Lang.
Oh, okay.
Right, she's young and hot, and he comes and steals her. And it's crazy. Like, is it the 50s? Is it modern? Like, you know what it does? You know what it feels like? It feels like Batman the Animated Series, street level, but like live action.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, a lot of people say that they've never actually captured Batman on film yet. So,
but this isn't Batman. But I'm saying if you were like, this is like a block or two of Gotham, I would be like, yeah, I hear you.
Right.
And I even like think about that. So like, it's a very cool movie, lots of detail. It's done by Walter Hill. Walter Hill.
I've heard that name before.
That cat did The Warriors.
I fucking love The Warriors. That's a great flick.
That's the next movie. That's the next movie.
Movies and Brucey's got you there. Yeah. He's got So
Walter Hill, he did Streets of Fire, and so he calls out The Warriors as being a comic book movie. If you watch the the director's commentary.
Sure.
But Streets of Fire is like this like rock and roll fable. It's literally fucking in a title like rock and roll fable, and it's dope, man. It's dope. It's just and so the girl gets kidnapped by William Dafoe, and so they send out a telegraph to fucking Michael Perrier. I think that's what his name is.
Michael Perrier. Yeah.
Michael Perrier.
That's how I've heard it said. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need help. Come home. So suddenly Michael Perrier shows up, and he's like been in quote the war. So he's now tough, but he comes home because he used to be the ex-boyfriend of Diane Lang. So then he fucking like gets hired to go save her, but he really loves her, right? So like he takes this whole risk, all this shit, all this whole movie happens to save her, and at the end he doesn't take the money. He did it out of love, right? So that's like a fucking huge check, dude. You're gonna find in my work that like it's a big love story, like inside the walls of Dragon War, there's like a soft, sweet garden, dude. Like I love love stories, dude. So him like doing all this crazy shit and be like, I don't want your fucking money because she's fucking dope. You know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, man. You know, it was dope. And then at the end of the movie, like the two guys have like a fucking fight in the middle of the street with two pickaxes. It's a fucking dope movie, dude. You should.
I'm gonna have to check this out. Like
Streets of Fire, dude.
Pickaxe fight. You know,
dude. Pickaxe fight, dude.
Seriously, I mean that's something to fucking see right there.
Bill Pullman's in it. No, wait, no. Is Bill Paxton or Bill? The Game Over, dude.
It's Bill Paxton.
He's in it.
Yeah.
He's
awesome.
In it.
I like Paxton. He's good. He was good.
And then, of course, I like Warriors too. That's a good, like, nice 70s, you know.
Yeah, I dig that flick. It's got a very unique feel, and I love the way it's shot.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
dude, I love the streets, all that shit.
The costumes of each one of the
individuals. It's so silly, right? It's so silly.
Well, I mean, you know, it distinguishes each faction very well, you know. You can clearly tell the difference between the factions that are hanging out. The ones that I found the silliest were the ones with the baseball uniforms and the black eyes. It's like, oh, you fuckers just look dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude.
I cannot. Yes, I realize you've got a bat and you're probably going to try to hit me with it, but I can't take you seriously.
In the park, were they fucking throwing down with them in the park with the baseball bats? Yeah, dude. I love that shit. I remember, my uncle lives. He doesn't live there now, but he used to live in New York City, and he would come down, and I was just like really like. I was like maybe 7 or 8. You know, I hadn't even gone to New York City yet, but I was like really enthralled with it because I knew about Spider-Man and shit. And I remember my stepmom like letting me watch Warriors, and she was like, "What did you think? It's pretty scary, huh?" And I was like, "Fuck no!" Like, fucking New York is awesome. Like, holy shit! Like, there's all these people running around like
all the time.
Yeah, does this happen all the time? And then it's funny. Like once you move there, you kind of like find yourself in locations. You know what I mean? You're like, oh sure. 92nd Street. You know, you just kind of like notice the place where you're at. You think about this, that movie, Union Square. This is where they met the Lizzies. You know what I mean? And you're just like sitting on that platform waiting for your train. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, seeing the iconic locations. Yeah. Oh hell yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason. Obviously, it's part of the reason people go to visit. I mean, obviously, it's New York, so you gotta check it out. But yeah. To see, I mean, it's that connection. You get that connection with the story, especially if it really meant something to you. If the movie resonated with you.
Absolutely, it did.
So, all of this stuff goes into what you're creating. By the way, I'm gonna bring up what you draw in here because that's looking pretty rad. I love the foreshortening on that hand, and the knuckles right there. That's one of the dudes in the ninja garb, right?
Yeah, yeah. I figured out. I figured it out. Like it's not like hasn't already been done before, But I like
Right.
the no eyes in the mask, where this becomes kind of a graphic
Yeah.
area. But and I think Jeff Darrow has done it. I mean, a bunch of people have done it before. I think definitely Frank Miller did it. But I
Sure.
kind of like that. I'm just calling out
Yeah.
where I got
I
it.
mean, it works. It's simple. It gets the point across, but it's distinct enough that you immediately recognize it as ninja. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's unique enough to not be, misconstrued with anything else. I mean, I wouldn't misconstrue that with a Foot Clan soldier. I wouldn't misconstrue that with a hand.
right.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's the idea of like, yes, it's familiar. How can I like tweak it just enough so that it's my stuff? And then
Yeah.
I have four guys, right? So how do I
What's up, Boob Dan? Good to see you.
differentiate between the four guys when I'm
Mm-hmm.
drawing these fuckers like jumping through the air and shit? And so one guy, Angel, has kind of long curly hair, so I'm able to like kind of incorporate that as a graphic element.
Yeah.
So say if this was Angel,
Mm-hmm.
I would he has this curly hair, and I would use that curly hair to like help generate the illusion of flow and of movement. Like, oh shit, he's fucking jumping. So here his fucking curly Puerto Rican hair is fucking flowing in the air. You know what I mean? Or like
Right.
if it was anybody else's, Frankie, his hair would be like straight, or if it, you know what I mean. So it's like even their silhouettes. I'm trying to let you be able to tell who's who.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Storytelling with the actual art, because it's a subtle thing, but one character has broader shoulders, one has more narrow hips, one
Yeah,
walks a
yeah,
certain way, they stand a certain way. That's subtle storytelling. I mean, that's thinking about the characters. That's thinking about the acting, because when you're drawing, that's what you have to do. You have to make sure that these characters don't look like cardboard cutouts that you're just posing around on these
right.
planes. They have to look like they're actually doing something. They have to be moving. There's got to be character to them, because real people stand a certain way. Real people
Yeah,
walk a certain way. They talk a certain way. They move a certain way.
yeah.
You know,
That's why like life drawing is really important. You know, I mean,
agreed.
it's not just sitting there and drawing the best gun and the best sword. Like sometimes you need to just spend some time drawing your partner, or go to a life drawing class, even better. You know what I mean? And just
Mm-hmm.
start drawing a sketchbook filled with life drawing stuff, because then you could also use it as reference. Like one sketchbook, I filled it up with like a class that I went to, of like it was like women and men like posing in different poses, and I
Mm-hmm.
just filled up that whole sketchbook with poses, and then later on I just kind of fit that figure into images and scenes. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
on day one, I just kind of did this sketch of a woman kind of sitting on a stool, and she's kind of relaxed and like not really paying attention, right? And then like
Right.
several days later, I went back, and like suddenly that stool was a jockey seat, and she's suddenly at the desk of a fucking spaceship, and then I kind of filled in, her
Right.
wearing kind of a Nostromo half-ass like spacesuit tied around her waist. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like and like the coolest thing about that shot was the weight that I was able to capture with that modeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's just me fucking around. I mean, it's when it's like work, it's a little harder, but it's
Right.
something that some people
But
should think
that
about.
helps your mind. we create fantastic things in the comics, right? You know, things that may or may not necessarily exist in the real world, but using something that was drawn from the real world, drawn in the real world, of the real world, and then expanding upon it to create the fiction, it gives the fiction verisimilitude. It grounds it in our reality. It makes it real. It feels more real because, you know, when you look at it, you can tell when something is not drawn correctly. You know, even if you cannot fucking draw, you look at something, you can tell if it's not drawn correctly. You know, if it's a face or if it's something that we all see every day. You know.
Yes, that's what I was. I saw something recently. I mean, we don't have to talk about names or anything, but like I saw like this shot, and I was like, "Wow, that shot is wonkadoo." And the person was like, "Oh, I spent so much time working on the shot," and like I took it into Photoshop. I just started putting perspective lines on it, and none of them converged. Yeah, and it was just like, wow, man, it's just like, of course it doesn't look right. Like even when I didn't need to put those lines on there to know that it was off, and like
you can feel it.
Yeah, and I feel like you need to have that stuff pretty on point, unless it's part of the story. Like if it's not part of the story, don't make it obvious, right? Or like keep it like, don't be like, you know what I mean? Like
nobody's perfect with perspective. I mean,
nobody's perfect, right? Yeah.
Perspective is a pain in the ass. Let's be real.
Oh
Perspective can be a very big pain in the ass.
Hard. And you know, there's also like a rule of cool, where like I'll break fucking physics if I think it would look cooler to move something in a different area.
Yeah, but, absolutely. But and then when you do that though, you've got to rectify it with the rest of the scene. You got to make it work. And understanding perspective will help you to break perspective in ways that don't make it look, obvious.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And again, easier said than done.
Dude,
easier said than done.
Perspective is so hard, man. That's like, dude, that's where I spend most of my time. It's just like, okay, like I could like sketch it out and thumbnail it, and it's like, okay, well now you have to draw a fucking truck like that. You're like, fuck.
Shit. All right.
Man, what would be awesome is this fucking undershot of a fucking truck with this fucking bridge, and I'm just like, holy macaroni. If
what would be better is if we were just driving down like a grassy hill,
in the snow. Because you know who I'm not drawing Rock and Roll Ninja. I mean, I love you guys, whoever's listening. I'm not drawing it for other creators. I'm not drawing it for other artists who will like get what I'm doing because they've taken fucking 2 semesters of art history. You know what I mean? Like I'm drawing it for just the random Joe, the random Jane.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so like I need to kind of like resonate with them. And I think so far I'm kind of doing it,
I think so. Metal Movies and Brewskis says perspective is Satan.
Yeah.
There is a limit. Let's see.
Some people are just like I look at Jeff Darrow and it's just like,
dude, Darrow's work just it boggles my mind. Like some of those 2-page spreads he did in what was it, Hard Boiled?
Dude, his Hard Boiled shit is just like insane. Just hours of poring over the details.
Holy shit, man. Yeah, just unreal. Unreal. Mad props to that guy. Carl Dude says Matt would probably draw a great Metal Gear Solid Ninja.
I think so. I think I would. I mean,
Cyber
it's just
Ninja?
better. Yeah, I mean, that's guy's like that. What's his name? Fox?
Gray Fox. Yeah. Yeah, he's got the little
like
thing in the center, and then
Yeah.
kind of got like eyes on the side, and then straight down the mouth. Yeah.
It would just be a matter of getting some reference, but fuck yeah, I would draw the fucking shit out of it.
He's actually fun to draw. They've got some good figures of him for reference out there.
Well, I picked up some books from Ashley Wood. I picked up his Metal Gear Solid books, and I don't know. I just didn't want to. I just was like, well, he's already fucking drawn it, like
Right.
Bascom.
I remember when
Am
those
I
books
wrong?
came out. No, and I just want to address this before we go on. Metal Movies and Brucey says he likes the ninja mask design of Rock and Roll Ninja. Looks iconic. I agree.
Thanks, man.
What I wanted to say about Ashley Wood's Metal Gear Solid stuff is I was so excited when that book was coming out, and then I opened it and I was just like, "What is this? It's ethereal. It's just there's nothing. There's no solid to this Metal Gear Solid book." Like I wanted to see I don't know. It was a little too ethereal for me. It
Artsy.
wasn't. Yeah, it was a little too artsy for me. And I realized they were trying to evoke the dude that did the concept artwork for Metal Gear Solid, but he had more solid lines than Ashley Wood works with, and Ashley Wood likes to play around with like anatomy a lot.
Yes.
You know, Ashley Wood. Holy fuck.
Got it.
Sorry,
Both of
sorry,
them.
buddy. Didn't mean to butcher your name. He likes to stretch the anatomy a little bit, and I get it. Some of the psychological aspects of Metal Gear Solid that does warrant, but at the same time, I could have done with a bit more tightness when it was like the technical stuff instead of just. Yeah, half this figure is in shadow, and it's nicely blended into that shadow, and there's a lot of dialogue on this page, but okay, not a lot of action going on in this action comic. I see.
Yeah, that's true.
That was really my only complaint. Like, there's ain't a whole lot going on here. Nothing impactful. You know.
One of the last action figures I bought was the Metal Gear Solid guy from
the old school McFarlane ones. Yeah,
yeah. It came with like I still have like a little bag of like C4, a fucking missile. Like he just comes with like all this fucking shit.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking
totally.
cool though. It's all choking hazards to my kids. But yeah,
yes,
I
do not let it near that. But yeah, I still have all my my Metal Gear Solid figures from back then as well. The only ones I never got a hold of were Sniper Wolf and Vulcan Raven. I've got Ocelot, Liquid, Psycho Mantis, Meryl, Gray Fox, and Snake.
Dude, that was the coolest thing when your fucking remote control started vibrating and shit, right? You're like, what the fuck? And then it was like playing in your other remote too or something. Vaguely, I remember.
Oh yeah, in order to beat him, you had to unplug your controller in one and had to plug it into two, so he couldn't read you.
Yes.
That blew my mind.
So meta,
back in PS1 era, it's like what? Nobody had done that before. Fun games.
Yeah, I remember somebody like gave me a Super Nintendo with the. We were sitting in class, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I've been playing the new Star Wars games," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "It's on the new Super Nintendo," and I was like, "I don't have that. I don't play that," because it was like cooler to be outside at that point. You know what I mean? The graphics just weren't 3D; they just weren't like there. But he still brought that over. But then, man, that first PlayStation, when somebody was like, "Yo, man, let's go watch the PlayStation," we knew somebody who had it, and we went over to his apartment, and he fucking played Resident Evil, and it was like, holy shit. Dude, the next day I went and bought the PlayStation. I was like, I gotta get one of those, man. That's fucking dope. Like suddenly it was like completely different. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, fucking outside's way cooler. It was like, no, this is actually kind of fucking cool.
This
like,
is kind of fucking rad.
This is fucking rad. And then like Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider, there was cool, man.
And then the I had when I first got my PlayStation, I got Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems and X-Men versus Street Fighter. Those cell shaded or those hand animated, 2D animated fighting games were great.
Yeah, dude.
And Metal Gear Solid was I think like the third game that I got for my my PlayStation.
So dope, man. It was
Ninja
so
Enter
awesome.
Darkness. I don't know if you remember that one. It was like a ninja in a purple outfit running around. It was like a 3D isometric 3D brawler. You could throw out ninja stars and whatnot. Super early. It was super rough, man.
It sounds familiar.
Still have it? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like I was we're waiting tables and somebody we're playing PlayStation and somebody mentions the first Tenchu game.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but it was like, yeah, but it's like in Japanese. They haven't released it yet, but it's coming. And I was like, okay, that sounds fucking dope. Yeah, I played that game for a while.
Yeah,
just open world ninja gaming.
Yep, jumping up on roofs and jumping down on people, stabbing them. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Stealth kills. Hell
dude,
yeah,
it's
man. It's
all about the stealth kills. Yeah, I love that shit.
Shadowhawk says, Shadowhawk, yeah, I think Jason's in getting ready, gearing up for fulfillment mode. Shadowhawk says, I'm backed already. What's the timeline looking like?
I have 30 pages left right now.
Nice.
So that shouldn't take me too long. That'll take me to like the end of April, right? And so they're not waiting for me to finish to do the lettering. Like Billy is right behind me with the Zipatone, and they already have somebody with the lettering. So they're like, somebody's already started with the lettering, so that's already done. There's no like, hey, the pages are done, we're gonna start lettering now. Like, no, like we're already like moving along with that as well. So
excellent.
When I turn in the last page, like there'll be people like
quickly.
There'll be people looking at their watch, and like there's already kind of I'm already getting that like people looking at their watch, but at that point there'll be like other people. So I'm like cranking them out as quick as I can. But end of April I should be done.
Hell yeah!
And it's a little late. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't think Richard has mentioned it, but there was a secret book that we did. So, and come June, there'll be like a whole book that'll come out that's like already finished.
I believe everybody will forgive you at that point.
I'm just like Richard took to heart like what people are saying about being late and stuff, and I think my book will probably be like the last thing that is late, and it won't be more than 5 or 6 months late, which I'll take that on my shoulders. But
right
in the meantime, he's going to be releasing in June a whole book that will be finished, and it's fucking dope.
Hell yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I finished my part. I've seen other people's their parts finished, and I think it's just like in color right now, but it's on schedule to be revealed in June. Kind of like what he did with Chelsea shit. You know what I mean? That recent one where it's like, here's my new book and it's already done.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's a quick one. That's a quick turnaround on that one too.
Yeah. But he's really good. Chelsea's really good. Like he's way better than me. Like I sit there and stress. You see my videos, dude.
I know, dude, but I
cussing at myself, redrawing shit, redrawing.
Listen, look at
crying in the corner.
Be rad. Plegle knows. But
you want to show some of the other stuff?
I was about to say, speaking of rad, let's take a look at some of this cool shit that Matt sent me. We were talking about perspective earlier. I mean, look at this. Look at that. I remember when you started this piece, you were hanging out on Topicless, and you were working on this.
I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Jesus, fuck.
Dude, but look at it. Okay, you can tell the difference.
Like the last 2 or 3 minutes, I'm like, you know what? This isn't too bad. Let me go ahead and close my window. Right. I won't jump out of it when I'm fucking done with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You like that? That's pretty dope, right?
That's fucking dope, dude.
And
It is.
there's some space for lettering and such. Like I think under the bridge there's a big chunk of black that'll be covered with lettering.
Yeah, there's plenty of space for. It's got room to breathe. You
Yeah.
know, the characters don't feel crowded.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
And that's not been touched by the hand of Billy yet. Like that has, but those
that's got
jumper
the
guys.
Zipatone.
Yeah, there's the Queen of the Ninjas
Very cool.
accepting her new disciples. With her fucking knuckle bone, her finger bone, like little like things on her. I'm imagining those being like bones.
Right, like the little like the
Like
buttons
finger
holding the
bones?
collar together.
Yeah. These fucked up little
Yeah.
finger bones.
Oh, this fucking page, dude. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like that is fucking rad.
Them coming before her.
Yeah.
She just wears the cloak and the swords and some boots. And that's it. She doesn't wear like anything else. She's naked the rest of the way.
I remember when you started when you were working on this one, dude. You were drawing the little stalactites or stalagmites, whichever one's down at the bottom there. You're like, man, drawing all these damn things over and over again.
I feel like, yeah, dude. I feel like
dude, that page turned out fantastic.
Did it? I feel like some of it's a little heavy, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Getting the job done. Popping somebody in the shower while he's trying to get something to eat. Taking a rest.
Yeah, this is one of those sweet Chuck Dixon montages where he's just like, okay, it's a 6-panel page. It's a montage. There's rock and roll music playing. Panel 1, this is what's going on. Panel 2, this is what's going on. But it's like, it's not, he's like super lenient. So I get to do like some like wild shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't say, you know, panel 2, make the bullet go through the umbrella, through his head, and then into the table. Like he's just, you know, or like this one in that far left panel. Like it's just like, you know, guy gets choked in a car. You know, so it's like, I'm like, all right, cool. So he like fucking chokes him, and then he stabs him in the chest through the fucking car seat with his fucking sword while the guy's like reaching for his gun.
Right.
And
he's grabbed him by his tie too.
Dude. Or the next one, it's like he's choking the dude. You know, the next one was like he's pouring liquid. So it's like
some poison right into his mouth. Yeah. I mean, that's classic right there. That's classic ninja tactics.
But it's like, you know, he didn't say who the guy was, or he didn't say to add girls. So it's super fun. He's super loose. So I get to like go in there and like add a lot of shit. Like I like doing the silhouette of the eye dropping. That's fun. I like kind of doing some Eisner kind of shit going on, you know.
Yeah,
I love doing it.
This is storytelling. It's visual storytelling. You know, you don't need words saying what's going on.
Could you just see this happening? Could you just see like this like happening with like rock and roll music, dude? It's so
totally, 100%. You know, and I mean, looking at this, it would be cool to see like an animated feature like that. You know, animated in this style, because the style, I can already tell the style and the storytelling is perfect for this story, like the level of seriousness, but the humor as well that I know you guys, that's going to be in it.
Man, I would love for it to be live action and like almost like on purpose a little retro, like
okay,
a little bit. I mean, I'm weird, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Well, I mean,
like on the spectrum, I'm not as far as Narwhal is, but you know, I'm on the spectrum of like, you know, like say the furthest the spectrum is like Warhol, right? Like, you know, I'm just a few degrees behind Narwhal on my way to Warhol. Narwhal on my way to Warhol. I'm a few steps, but I would love to see like a fucking like faux like, was there something like Laser Kid that came out a couple years ago? That was like a
Well, I mean, there was what was that?
or like a Six String Samurai.
Fatal, the something Fury, the little short film that was like a throwback to like 80s
Fury of
hacker
Kung
martial
Fu.
arts films and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I
they did a
would
little
love to
video
see
game, a
something
side
like
scroller
that.
beat 'em up about it.
Yeah, I would love to
Yeah.
see something like that. Maybe even if
Kung
you wanted
Fury,
to-
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So something like that.
Maybe
What's up,
maybe
Brian?
if you wanted to, you could like
What's going on,
bump
Oliver?
up the contrast and give
Edwin.
it a little like Sin City kick to it. But I would be
Right.
happy with like a fucking like, you know, Enter the Ninja fucking level production to it, you know, but with a little bit of CGI to like really make it look cool, you know.
Yeah.
Give a couple
Just
extra
smooth it.
building, you know,
Yeah.
a couple extra buildings in the background to make New York look more New York, you know, add some extra water towers and shit like that, you know.
Sure. Like really push that old like 80s New York feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But over the
Very
top
cool.
though, I want it to be like kind
Yeah.
of fucking Buckaroo Banzai as well.
Totally. This is awesome. This is just them like I'm guessing this is them like planning their escape. This looks
Okay,
like an escape plan.
So this is them. They've like started to like realize where they are. You know,
Yeah.
this isn't just a village. This is something fucking else going on. So they're talking about escaping, and there's a lot of visual storytelling going on in this panel. One of the guys is wearing a loincloth, and the other guys
saw
are
that.
wearing fucking their gis. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I mean, I'll tell you, American Ninja is a huge inspiration. So Angel, that's the lead singer. He's gay, and through the training, like it's never spoken about. Like we're never like, hey, he's gay. Like he
Right.
doesn't say it, but it was like, yeah, he is gay. So just like show it visually. So I don't know. I was like, okay, so while they're training, he's just gonna wear a loincloth the whole time. So there's like shots of like, you know, everybody's doing their ninja shit and he's doing ninja shit, but he's just wearing this like tiny little loincloth. I mean, it's fun. Dude.
I mean, it's a character quirk. Yeah,
It's
totally.
it's a little character quirk that like it's in there if you're reading it and it's not offensive. You know what I mean? Because like one of the biggest people,
a real character.
yeah, one of the biggest people in my life is my uncle, and he was gay, and I don't think I would have gotten the artistic experience if he hadn't have, you know, been my Patreon and like paid for a lot of it, you know. So yeah, so you know, I have him like wearing a loincloth here. You could totally tell when he's singing that he's like this fucking Prince meets Freddie Mercury meets Adam Ant. You know what I mean? Singing Thin Lizzy. You know, so it's like he's very flamboyant. But and also when they go out to drinks, like everybody else is like drinking beers and shit.
Right.
But if you look at Angel, like he has like little like daiquiris and like drinks.
He's got a drink with an umbrella in it.
Yes, dude. So everybody else has like shot glasses, and he has like all these like empty glasses with little umbrellas stuck on them and shit. So it's like, you know, it's funny.
See,
But I
you
wouldn't
don't
say
have
anything
to
to him.
explicitly. It's just, you know, it's. But see, that's bits of character. That's verisimilitude in the world. It stays true with the character throughout the story. It doesn't change. You know what I mean? And it's not like beating somebody. It's subtle. It's what real storytelling is. And I mean, I know I've read a lot of Chuck Dixon stuff, and that's one thing that I know Chuck is really good at is characterization. You know, and you know, obviously you're picking up on that, and you are just running with the ball, dude. Like,
Dude,
it's fucking great. I love this. This is what comics does best. You know, at its best, comics will have a writer with a concept, good characterization, and the artist come along like, oh, I totally get what you're saying, and then go and run with it, and you get this beautiful amalgamation, So fuck yeah, I love it.
Look at the zips. These are the zips by Billy.
Yeah.
These long shadows. Like I didn't draw those shadows in there. Like I just drew this, completely lit from every angle. You can see my line work. I don't have a lot of shading going on, but I do have a lot of textures. But Billy comes in and like puts these long shadows and fucking gives it a time of day. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking it's late in the day there. It looks fucking dope. There's still room for the word balloons. There's a lot of space that's going to be filled up with them like discussing.
Again, it doesn't look crowded. It feels it's got room to breathe. Yeah.
Fucking bowls of shit underneath that straw hut. I don't know what's in those bowls, like little like fried berries or something. Right. I don't know. Fucking fish eyeballs.
Who fucking cares? Who knows?
Opium.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. It's there, and they need it. It is part of that village. It is necessary.
Dan says it's plenty of room for Billy's sweaty hands.
Ninja Queen looks contemptuously upon Billy's sweaty hands.
She's looking down at Billy's sweaty hands. Why are your hands so Billy? So sweaty, Billy. Thanks, Brian. Dude, 6 Gun Gorilla is fucking just hilarious, dude. It's just such a great idea. Am I right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. This is a good book. Brian knows how to tell a good story as well. Got the horror movie stuff that he's been doing over on his channel, which is a lot of fun as well.
Nice.
Especially if you're into horror movies.
Horror
movies. Look at this page. Look at that dopeness. See, now this is the kind of action shit that I was expecting in the Metal Gear Solid comic. Like this is the kind of shit that like I wanted to see going down.
Heads flying.
Yeah, heads flying, blood splatter. Like I can actually tell what's going on. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't get Ashley Wood's stuff, but it's just this to me is more action oriented than that stuff seemed to be. This tells me a story. The other one was kind of like, oh well, maybe this is happening. I don't know. It's just, again, my personal opinion. This is the kind of storytelling that I like to see. Now there's room for the ethereal stuff, when called for, but I don't know. I need some definition.
Yeah,
to see
this isn't ethereal. Like this is.
Yeah. This is in your face.
When I'm watching Batman, I want to see Batman punching people multiple times in one shot. You know what I mean? Like I want to see the action going on. But I also like, your eye kind of moving around and everything just kind of happening. It's fucking dope, man. I really had a blast doing this page, and while 3 of the guys are actually it's 2 of the guys are fucking killing everybody. One of them is filming it. And I don't want to say why he's filming it, but he's like filming this whole thing. But, yeah, it's
they got a plan.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much.
Yeah,
I said too
they
much.
Got a plan.
But it's
hell yeah, this is a good page, man. This comes after them because they're jumping down on the bus. This was on the bridge, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think. I don't know if this will pop up.
Yesterday they're dealing with they're dealing with some fake ninjas, right? So they jump down, kill everybody. Then they're like, which one are you? What clan are you? What clan are you? And they're like, we don't. What are you talking about? I don't know what clan you are. And he's like, all right, cool.
That's what we needed to know. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Just curious. So it's pretty wild. So yeah, this is them. Like they jump down from the top of the bridge onto the roof of the bus,
Yeah.
cut the bus open, throw down a ninja smoke bomb, which is stickier and gooey smoke, and it's got tentacles, and it's fun to draw, and
Yeah. Hell
and so
yeah.
it fucks with these cops, and they're like, and so they jump down
And start ganking people.
yeah, who the fuck are you? What planet are you?
Yeah. That's fucking dope, dude.
It's gonna be dope when Billy gets finished too. So we got Billy that's gonna go in there and just fucking give it some loving.
And here's some of the rock and roll.
Dude, I wish you could zoom in on that lower left panel because the Angel is literally, he has fucking glitter on him.
Let's see. Download. Let me see if
He's
I can.
dancing on stage. Such a weird big area over on the right top page, but there's like a lot of dialogue going on. So they're playing, they're jamming out. Angel has glitter. Everybody's rocking the fuck out.
Share screen window. Here we go. There we go.
Yeah, he's got his fucking boa. He's fucking everybody. And the cool thing is this is the only time they're smiling, right? So when they're on stage performing, that's when they're smiling. Because at one point I was drawing them with a smile while they were ninja training. So you have one page of them kind of getting their ass beat, and then you have the next page of them kind of getting into the rhythm of it.
Right.
And I was getting him to smile, and they were no smiles. The only time they smile is when they fucking play on stage. So I was like, okay, gotcha. So this, when they're on stage, they're smiling. They get off stage. One of their, friends is trying to introduce them to this, record
an agent.
Yeah. He wants to make deals with them, so he kind of looks like this Crockett and Tubbs. He's got a t-shirt and a blazer, and I wanted to make it look obvious that he has a toupee, the top of his hair is different.
Right. I can see it kind of fades out here. Yeah.
And so everybody's, man, I don't have time. Nobody's got fucking time for this fucking dude. Right. And this is get
Sparkles.
The fuck out. And so there you see fucking Angel. Sparkles.
Sparkles all around.
And so
get the fuck out.
That face, dude. That
said
face
no.
is so dope. So he's pushing him. He's yeah, get the fuck out of here. And so the next page, so he's yo, you guys gotta fucking see this. And that's the page where it's 911 and he's on the front lawn.
Shit. This book is gonna be so much damn fun. Holy shit, man. These pages look amazing.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. And you're doing all kinds of shit too. You got look at this. Let's go ahead and bring up this piece that you did for our buddy Jason here, for Absolute Book 2, which is currently on Indiegogo as well, folks. But yeah, this is the line art, and then Matt Yaki did some black and white tones over it. That came out great, dude.
I had fun. That was a fun thing to do for him.
Yeah, gonna be a print, and gonna be three cards as well.
You put that shit on a skateboard,
right? Totally. We need more fun books, and this looks lit. Hell yeah, man. Yeah,
thank you,
Rock
sir.
and Roll Ninja is gonna be fucking awesome. I am very much looking forward to this book, dude. Oh shit! So is this the page that we're gonna see in the comic? Is this what they were looking at?
Yeah, this is so on the next page. On the next page, he flips around and it's a big shot of him showing the front of the of the newspaper. So I was like, "Fuck! I'm not gonna let somebody else sit there and design that because I'm such a design nerd." So I sat there and I started putting it together. So most of the text is like jibber jabber,
Right.
But
I mean, nobody's gonna be able to zoom in and read it anyway. I mean,
no. But I mean, you could see New York City landlords dealing with new country folk and their farm animals. I mean, that's just some shit I made up. Or like,
right.
what's the deal with the new wave music and the mayor? Like, I don't know. I was just literally move over kung fu fighting. Here comes the next craze. There's a ninja on my lawn. Like, so
Yeah.
Chuck was like, hey, I want a newspaper that says 911. There's a ninja on my lawn. That's literally all he said. Right. So
Nice. And
I
so
sat there.
you extrapolated from there and made all of this.
I spent like 2 days fucking like sitting there, like kind of working it out. And then I created the back just in case, which the back is just like an amalgam of like a bunch of different old ads. And then this is from an illustrator. So I was just bringing like old ads in and then streamlining them, like vectorizing them, and then just kind of moving chunks around and just so I could like fill up space and stuff. But like you could see like the person who wrote the ad or the article on the front page was Stan Lee. Like it's a little picture of Stan Lee down by the ninjas.
Yeah.
Over there you go. Yeah. So I mean, so I made the little ninja thing right there. So yeah,
dude,
I don't even
love
think
stuff
anybody
like this.
But I was like, man, we should put that on a T-shirt. And Richard was like, I don't know if we could do New York Post. Like we may get in trouble. So I may like revise that. You know what I mean?
Right. If you have to, yeah.
This shit would be so funny to have like printed really big on a T-shirt, just black and white.
Oh yeah.
Like white ink on a black T-shirt or black ink on a white T-shirt.
Oh yeah. I mean, hell, even a black T-shirt with like just like a ratty edged outline of like a newspaper front page. Exactly. That would still look dope.
Yeah. Real textured and crunchy, so it has like a real vintage look.
Yeah, kind of make it aged and weathered, a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fucking rad, man. Hell yeah. But I love stuff like this. I love seeing stuff like this in comics. Like throwback ads and stuff that's made for the comic like this that, adds to, again, my favorite word, verisimilitude. It adds to the verisimilitude of the world. It makes it feel more grounded in its reality, Because, I mean, we've all seen newspaper ads, like this at one point or another. You know what I mean?
Especially New York Post.
Right. Oh, okay. Here's a better look at the big page. That's awesome, dude.
I think that would be really dope, just on a T-shirt. But I'll have to rework it. The only thing I have to rework is the New York Post. I have to figure out a new name and then just recreate the logo, which 10 minutes.
Just call it the Old York Post.
It's fucking the New Amsterdam.
Right. Hell yeah, man. This is going to be awesome. Link is in the description. Also, my partner in crime has been throwing the link.
Thank you so much.
Out.
Feline.
Absolutely, she is wonderful. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and bring up the campaign page just because I know there's some stuff on there, just in case anybody has been sleeping on this and hasn't jumped on the Rock and Roll Ninja. Go ahead and hit that link and go on over there and get this book. Because I mean, and you did did you do the logo for this book as well?
Yeah,
I fucking love it, dude. I love it. No, it fits with the, I don't know. I went to design school, and logo design is such a, I don't know, it's such a unique process. It really is like mind archaeology. Mm-hmm. You're digging to try to find what fits for the theme. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What actually resonates, what has that same feeling that will actually convey that to the viewer in a single fucking image.
Dude.
It's alchemy.
Preach.
And when I see
logos.
good logo design, when you see a good logo, you fucking know you're looking at a good logo. You know what I mean? and I know I love seeing the process of the stuff that you did. Before we go, I'm going to show the stuff that you've been doing for people as well, because that shit is legit. But I love good package design. Package design was actually one of my favorite classes in design school. You know, figuring out how to showcase the product in such a way that is aesthetically eye-pleasing, but, you know, catches the eye and, again, showcases the feeling, the essence of what you're trying to get across. You know,
Yeah.
it's storytelling without the benefit of having a page to tell story, you know.
So much involved, man. So much. It's like,
Yeah.
does it look good small? How
Mm-hmm.
small can you go with it? How
Yep.
many colors do you need to make that logo?
Yep.
You know, do you need text? You know, it's and
Can you
I
pick it out
love
from across the room? Does it look? Does it does it catch the eye? Is it recognizable? You know, it's like silhouettes for characters.
exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Does it fit within the header of a comic book, or you know, it's like you can't just have like all kinds of wild, crazy shit, you know, reaching off of your.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on where the logo goes, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's got to work for trade dress, you know, unless you're going to have a specific logo for trade dress.
Yeah.
You know, and then again, you know, will you be able to use the same font? Will you be able to, will you be able to keep the same feel?
Yeah, I had somebody contact me
Yeah.
with a logo. It was like, "Can you help me with this logo?" And it was, I don't want to say who it was, but it was like it had like this kind of robot bird, and like the wings were just spreading out in different directions, and which is it's like, okay, that's a robot bird. That's like kind of cool, but then like the text was like branching off to the right, and like it wasn't the same like font working, you know what I mean? It was just like, holy macaroni, dude. As soon as he sent it, I was like, dude, I'll do it. Like, let me I fucking help you, bro. Like, yeah, dude, just fucking send me whatever send me whatever you got, dude. I'll fucking help you out, dude. No problem. But yeah, it's just something about logos. They have to be good, or they look like shit. You know what I mean? And like anybody can notice it. Like even people who don't have design skills, just the regular person, it'll like 100%. Resonate with them. You know?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at a product, you see, if you see a logo that looks like shit, you're just like, yeah, it looks like a low quality product.
Yeah.
You know, but a fucking good logo catches your eye, it sticks with you, and it instills faith in the product. You know, it makes you believe more in the product.
It makes you a little sus about the product, right? When you're like going down the aisle and you see like something that's not well put together, you're like, what kind of fucking great value bullshit is this? Like,
exactly. Why am I going to spend my money on this if it's and it may be the best product in the world, but if it has shitty design, and it doesn't catch your eye, you may be less likely to pick it up, and that's
I don't know, like how many like rare moments where it's like, we don't care about graphic design, we only care about product, so we're selling it in a brown box with no fucking like everybody. I mean, that sounds like a brilliant idea. I think I just had like a Draper moment where I'm just like, just sell it in a fucking brown box. Your product is that good, sell it in a fucking brown box. But everybody's trying, everybody's even when you go into like those like shitty like vegan stores with like the weird like cereals, like even they're like trying.
Right. Yeah. I mean they're trying to get their point across. They have a certain look, they have a certain feel, and it goes with the design language of the thing. Speaking of design language, let's look at these logos. I love the difference between the heavy and the Atomo. Like I love the play between the chaotic and the ordered.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
There's a lot of storytelling in that in and of itself.
And you can see this is like we're at iteration 6 with this, but I think like the first 2 iterations were just like sketching stuff and like working it out, and then I think the two combo came during like the second iteration. Like the first iteration, like everything was kind of the same, and then he was like, "Hey, let's combine it." I said, "You bet, buddy." We did like another like 6, sketches, and then that became another 6 sketches, and then finally, it got to this where I was just doing variations of color, and outlines and stuff. You know what I mean? It was like he was happy with the outlines. He was, the general shape. But
I mean, and that's what you do when you're creating a logo. I mean, there is that back and forth, especially if you're getting somewhere with the client. There are times that you'll try and try and try and try, and you won't come up with something that a client likes.
That's okay.
That's why logos are very very persnickety. That's the word I would choose.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm okay with like. I don't know what's the word for it. I don't take it personal.
No.
I don't take it personal. But I definitely, it's like I like to do just the sketches first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can do like one layer, if I could do like one round of sketches, I could kind of feel like if the person's vibing on what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I'll even go a second round. Because like Dalton says, just stay nice. So like I'll do a second round, but like after that, like if he's not feeling it, then I'll just be like, yeah, I got it. Let's go ahead and like cut it off. You know what I mean? Like I really don't like going past that because it's like if I'm not jamming and you're not jamming on it, like
if you're not digging what we've come up with so far, then clearly you need to find somebody that you might work better. Absolutely, and that's part of the process. Yeah,
the initial like energy kind of goes. Does that make sense? Where you're just like, see, so this was like, what iterate? This is so by the third iteration, by the third round, I've gone to just black and white vector. Yeah. So I was like, well, so what about this? What about this? And so he looked at this and was like, I kind of like the smaller, heavy of 3C, but I like the lines going through it, but I like the layout of 3A. So can you combine those? And so I was like, yeah, I'll combine those. And so that's how you saw that last one. So once I combined it, then I started fucking with the colors and shit. And I was using colors from the artwork that he sent me from his comic book. Awesome. This guy's got like this like really cool comic book. I don't want to say anything about it, but he's got his own cool comic book coming out. So he sent me a couple pages. So I was like just fitting it into it.
And see, that's another aspect. I mean, that's one of that is the aspect of making a logo. It's got to give the emotion. It's got to give the feel of the book. Got to give the feel of the comic inside. It's almost got to emote for the comic, if that makes sense.
I really like 3B.
Yeah, 3B is great. I really like the way I like that heavy.
Thanks. This is all like vector built. Like these aren't fonts.
Yeah. This is done in Illustrator.
Yeah. So I sketch it out and then I just sit there and start plotting my points and pulling my little handles and shit. Oh,
dude. Yeah. Illustrator. The pen tool in Illustrator is your best friend.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful. All right, and let's take a look at the Borak stuff. I really like that one. I think these two over here really, I think, are fucking great.
Ditto, dude. Ditto. So this was I don't know if I could say who this is for because I don't think they've mentioned it, but like they didn't need me to do full logo. They just needed some assistance.
Right. Just little kickstart.
Yeah. And so this is what I did for them. I was like, oh, what is your book?
Hell yeah.
What's your main character? Oh, that's fucking cool. And I just spent like, an hour or two really just like fucking like working out like what I thought like a cool logo would be. And I think, they're gonna move forward with something and build it on their own, which is awesome. So I'm happy to do that when somebody reaches out. Like I'm happy to just sketch up some stuff and help you figure out a path,
Yeah, totally, absolutely. Little nudge in the right direction, little creative kindling, as it were.
it's like you start asking about other shit. I'm just like, huh? But when it's like comes to like artwork and stuff, it's just like, hey, how about a logo? I'm like, how about this? 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 What about this? Okay, well, how about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? I don't know. I think it's like corporate training where it's like I can like produce a bunch of shit for somebody else to pick and then not have a lot of like emotion to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
I can present all of these logos with full heart, but then also not care if none of them are picked.
Right.
You know,
it's because you enjoy the process and you're genuinely just trying to help. You know.
Yeah.
Give an idea.
I mean, I like doing it too with stories too. Like if I start talking to somebody about their story, it's like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this?
Hell yeah.
What about this? You know, and it's like I don't care if you don't like what I'm suggesting. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, I don't think that. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. It's like part of my, I'm like, hey, what if we do this? What if we do this? And they're like, no, that's too much. We don't have enough money. Okay. It's just a matter of, it's the process of like contributing and helping and like kind of hitting stuff at different angles and providing what may not have been provided yet, you know, because it's just fun, you know?
Yeah, man. I love the logo work that I've been seeing out of you. You've been doing some really awesome logos for people, and I think it's pretty fucking fantastic that you offer to do that for people.
It's fun to do it for comic books after doing it for other people for so long, you know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
A good logo gives you an idea of what you're in for. It's very true. It's very true. Metal Movies and Brucey says, all your logos are fucking badass.
Thanks, sir.
Well, we've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes here, man. Kind of just flew by. This is it's always fun hanging out with you, dude. You know, always good having you come hang out on Topicless and all that. By the way, folks, Topicless will be on my channel this week, tomorrow night. Come hang out on Flying Feline's Happy Hour Hangouts tomorrow at 5 p.m. Beforehand, and get a little tipsy with us, hang out, do some trivia, all that fun stuff. Anybody got any questions for our boy Matt before we go ahead and wrap this one up? What's up, Past Master Dan? Good to see you.
Sure.
I appreciate you bringing all this dope artwork and sharing it so we can take a look at it tonight, man.
You're welcome, man. I'm sure I'll be welcomed back once the book is out.
Oh, of course, dude. As soon as I get my book, I'm going to invite you to come to a What's in the Box.
Oh, sweet.
So I can pour over it and gush about how awesome it is. And I'll pester your co-conspirators on this awesome book again as well. We'll keep pestering them. Who knows? Who knows if we'll get a hold of them? But
good luck. Dude, I always joke about like Charlie's Angels. Like the Angels have more contact with Charlie than I do with Richard.
Right.
Like they get to like hear his voice and shit. And like,
what's up?
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Angels. Like I don't get to be like, hey, Richard. Hey, Matt. Like none of that. It's just
none of that.
Emails. And after talking to Narwhal, like he gets the same treatment too. So I don't. Not that I felt bad.
Don't feel too bad.
Like, I was like, damn, this motherfucker doesn't want to call me. Like, and then Narwhal's like, yeah, he doesn't call me. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, the guy's like making whole books and shit, and they haven't talked on the phone. Okay, I don't feel so bad then.
Yeah, totally. Well, you're always welcome to come hang out on the show.
Oh man, thank you.
Absolute friend of the channel, man, and I am so fucking excited for this book, and everybody else should be too. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for coming to hang out. And I'm going to go ahead and play this trailer, and then we will head out. Later,
chat.